Ooh. Welcome to the pre-show for Whimsy Nooners. And it's definitely not 5 minutes. Holy crap. There we go. We're back. Hello. I'm here. Right. Great, everybody. Fix the camera a little bit so you can see more of the gnomes. Like, I knew it wasn't that hard. It was just move it. But I had the foresight today to do it. I didn't even hit start. Hold on. Is that what Kelly's telling me about? Countdown hasn't started yet. I know, I just fixed it. Minute and a half, just under 2 minutes. Look at this. Ready. Boom. Back on track. Like 5 seconds off, but whatever. Thank you, though. I thought I hit it. Like, I started at 5 minutes, and then I fixed it. Then I put my light in. Uh, I definitely like the light. I don't. Oh, it helps. Hmm. Do I seem further away than normal? I'm not though because it's conceptually closer. I don't know. Huh. All right. I have an interview at 1 and 3 today, and then so today shouldn't go too long. It's like 1:30, I think, but once I can get focused and centered. I was a little bit nervous about it for a second, and then um, I wrote out a little my questions a little bit better order, and I wrote a smaller intro. So we will see how it goes. How's everybody liking the grandma episode from today that dropped this morning? It was so much fun doing it. Wednesdays will also be fun. Um, I think timeline wise, we stopped at like 99. We dabbled in a little bit of but fantastic conversation. It was amazing. It was fun. I'm glad that we did it. So we'll have her back on again. We're gonna have her sister come on. We need to get some twin action going on. I don't have any water anywhere. I should get a water. I talk too much. All right, 2 seconds. Be right back. There was this idea that I would do. like I'll play some kind of music behind like the entire show. So like right now, you guys are hearing the pre-show music, and I'm still talking. You guys can still hear me, right? I'll play some kind of music behind. Okay, right. So then we would do that, and I'm thinking I would curious if it would help with me playing clips and stuff, right? Because when I play like a clip, what the what YouTube is doing is they're listening for all the audio and be like, that's copyrighted audio. What if we went in? So would it still be like, would the music in the background help disguise some of the copyright usage type stuff? So I'm gonna try it out. I think. Um, oh, I should ask for one more. I do have one more lo-fi video in me that I need. I thought about going on and start to play like a game. There's a new Pokemon Pocket trading card game that I want to mind playing, just because the what's interesting about like gameplay uh, videos is that they get a lot of traffic because as people are playing this game, what they're looking for is like strategy and deck building. So if I'm live with a decent like title of like there's a challenge right now of X number of consecutive wins. So I just have to put that in the description, go live. So when people are like searching for Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket, boom, they see me playing live, they see me trying to do the consecutive challenge, consecutive win challenge. So then they might watch me to see how I'm doing on the challenge to see if they can build the deck that I'm playing. Um, but yeah, let's reach out to J Sarge. And then whatever music I get him to do next would be um, like the official lo-fi music for our Whimsy gaming channel, which would be interesting. I'm gonna see if I can get that up and running. Okay, I guess I can ask him. Probably like first of the year. 3 weeks isn't impossible, but uh, like not for me. I mean, like I gotta get the person to make the video. Holidays, maybe they want to like not work. So Jay Sarge, like he wants to play my silly games of give me some more music. So we will see. Should put uh, like in I want to put a banner up somewhere, like towards like when we used to have the StreamYard, like a banner that way people are kind of just like like swiping through their like different feeds. When you put on there, be like, hey, if you've never like like if you've never seen Hang Out and Stay, that's kind of where I'm worried about where like the pre-show is like they don't want to wait 10 minutes for the pre-show and then it just doesn't get back into their feed because they already swiped off of me. So maybe I need some better like pre-show material, but fuck it, we're doing it. We're not changing it too much, but just some ideas. Something that says the show gets better. Like the pre-show is okay. Everybody's kind of still kind of just coming in. We do this because for all to train all the regulars to be like it's at noon, so I turn it on 10 minutes early so you guys get the notification, so you guys can like take your lunch, go hide somewhere so you can listen. So we got 9 of you. Hello. Look, do one of these. Thank you for you 9. What does that look like on the phone? Hold on. I'm watching my screen real quick. Where's all the hearts? Oh, fuck you guys. All the hearts on the screen, not in the chats. Oh. Oh. Let's do it like this. All right, fair enough. Good enough. Still works. All right. Give me a minute, and we'll go and get the show started. Hello, and uh, hold on. All right, so I'm half back. Hang out there. Hang. I don't know why it was doing that. Like I just heard a bunch of beeping, but I don't know what it was. We're back. I did nothing different than normal. Nothing. And like I've been on these computers for like this one slept for a little bit because I had to do, but I was up until like 3 a.m. Um, editing and putting stuff together. Um, I lost a little bit of time trying to like tell him Steve Dave mentioned something on their recent podcast. So I took an hour to kind of put some shit together and sent them. God, I like uh, my brain's going right. So like, there's a chance that I was able to start a process of trying to hustle my way in into getting all three Tom, Steve, Dave people on. It's like it's a lofty like this is gonna be like a long. It's not even a con, but it's gonna be like a long hustle. I just need them to see my email, to see my Instagram last night, and then to call me. And then as soon as they call me, um, I could be very close to getting all three of them. It's not close to getting them all three, but like get me in a position to start asking to see if I can get all three of them on the show. Like, how fucking bonkers would that be? Liam would lose his mind. All right, Whimsy Nooners. This is my Monday show that I've always wanted to do. Always, I mean, in the last year and a half. I'm just gonna tell you a little bit about my day, what's on TV, and um, if you read the description, a Whimsy donation was made last week. That whole fucking shit show was a mess. We'll get into it, but it still ended up good. So let's go and get the day started here. Getting to know me. Uh, Here's where I'm just going to talk about my week. Nothing exciting. Everything's kind of calmed down since November. Work's getting back to like just life has gotten back to normal after a crazy October, November. So, uh, okay, so I was just mentioning, right? Last week I told you to pay attention to YouTube for a live stream that was going to go up on like Tuesday or Wednesday. It went up for a minute and a half and then it fucking broke, um, which absolutely sucked. So I took it down. You guys can't even fucking find it. Um, like I knew better, right? Um, it was a kind of like a spontaneous go to go to on location to live stream off my phone. We did it at Chronicon, so I was like, oh, I can handle this. I brought nothing. There was no backups of any kind. Like to be fair, like when we were at Chronicon, I had two fucking phones, and I was Instagram and YouTube, and I was just like making sure it was a mess. We had huge, massive difficulties. Um, Something else had a difficult. I had other technical difficulties earlier this week with something else. No, I don't know. Maybe. Um, but I will tell you the results of what happened. What we're getting the back end. Well, we're gonna reshoot the video, um, and I'll let you know where you can see that, how often, and I'm gonna put it everywhere. But yeah, that kind of sucked. I was really excited. Really cool thing happened. Boom, fucked it. It's Christmas coming up, holidays. So obviously, I'm doing some of my holiday shopping. Um, that's not me. I order all that shit online. I got boxes just piling up everywhere. Um, it was like uh, everybody's lists this year came with pictures, um, which just like a stupid throwaway comment actually turned into like one of the best ideas. Um, we had vision boards made up. Oh, okay. We're brainstorming, Mom. Okay, don't let me forget to tell Rhiannon that one of the other games that we can play for Christmas will be like a white elephant gift exchange, which I think could be fun also. So, but um, don't let me forget that. We are planning on. Okay, so we got at least so you'll get one more week before you get the Christmas episode. As of right now, okay, I asked Liam to come up with. I just asked like, what does he want to do for a Christmas episode? Right? He's the idea guy. He's the talent. So he's like, let's play some games. And I'm like, all right, cool. How many people? He's like, all of them. We're sitting at like 10 people hanging. Like, uh, we're gonna try it. I haven't recorded more than what 4 people, maybe. I mean, what is the most I've ever recorded at one time? Whimsy with the Z had 4 different people, 3 different call-ins, and me, which worked out okay. I don't know, about 10. Like, it's gonna be amazing if I can from the producer technical standpoint. There's a couple of different ways that I can do it, but if I can pull off 10 and it still sound good, I'd be a fucking genius. And then like Whimsy Studios is I'm gonna go ballistic. I'm gonna go like crazy on everything and be like, um, less than 2 years, I can record 10 people. It's gonna be amazing, or it's gonna be a huge train wreck. But I don't know. Maybe next week we'll get some more ideas of kind of tease you a little bit, what kind of games you can expect us to see. Give you a list of people who are going to be showing up for the Whimsy Christmas party game party game Whimsy Whimsy games, the holiday edition. Okay, that's not bad. That works. Whimsy games. Um, yeah, the idea guy in the talent was just like you asked, and he just like he dumped it on me. So a lot of good ideas, some backups and alternatives because we're trying to figure out what sounds good on an audio podcast, right? And so we're kind of trying to stick with the core ideas and then tweaking them slightly so that way we can add more audioness to it. Um, it was a half a discussion. Next week, we're going to go deeper dive um, on the games so that we can start buying materials and um, other stuff, printing out cards if we need them. So it's going to be interesting. That's going to be on the 22nd, the 23rd. So Monday the 23rd is going to be the Christmas episode. Um, it's going to be bonkers. I look forward to seeing what we end up doing with this thing. What else is going on this week? I have started looking at my top 10 list for TVs and movies. The show, a whole middle fucking section is dedicated um, to TV and movies. I just thought it would be appropriate that I try to round out my top 10 of 2024. As I do so, I realize that we've done 30 weeks and there's at least 3 shows per week. So there's 90 different shows that I'm trying to remember what I liked, what I didn't like. Um, I know that there's like a couple of hard definites. Like I think the top 5 are like, boom, these are fucking definites. Um, and then I think I made a bold choice in the number 9, number 10 area where I'm like, this is actually going to make the list. I barely spoke about it, but in like thinking back, I think it's actually pretty like a pretty decent show. And then I'm like, so you let's play along. Um, that would be the 30th. So on the 30th, the live show will probably just be my top 10 list. Um, feel free to submit your top 10 or top 5, top 3. Tell me your favorite show that you watched that came out 2024. Um, one, let's see if yours makes my list. Two, remind me what else was good and that was out there. Um, so you can leave them in the chats in the comments, or you can also email us at whimsy@chasingthewhimsy.com. Um, so I'd be curious to see if any of you guys actually submit uh, some of your favorite shows. What were some of the good things? Like maybe not even that. Just like what show did I put you on to that you're like, I had no intention of watching this, but or I didn't even know this was out, but I saw it and I actually enjoyed it. Um, so I'd be curious on if I was able to influence any of you guys for anything. Um, there wasn't that much going on. Just uh, just finishing up some Christmas shopping. The Bear, yes. Um, it was a FX show. She flew under her radar for season 1, season 2. But when she watched season 1, she was hooked. She got to the holiday episode for season 2. And then season 3 was just like everybody was screaming, but it was a really good show. Um, fucking cleaned up this year in comedy for the Emmys. Um, so yes, thank you, The Bear. Uh, ironically, Don't know if it's going to make my top 10 list. Season 1 would have made my list, but for season 3, I don't know if it makes my list. So that's the struggles that I'm going with. Where you're like, oh, obviously he's going to pick Shogun because it won all the awards, and you said it was pretty decent. It was pretty decent, but it doesn't make my list. I'm gonna end up something with like I don't know, I think you'll agree with most of them. Um, Nobody wants this. Obviously, is going to make the list somewhere. God, that show was so good. It was so adorable. But yeah, keep them coming. Let me know. And I think a commercial.
Go
Maybe.
check out
Yep.
Chasing the Whimsy, the podcast, available today on your favorite podcast platforms. Chasing the Whimsy, where a 40-year-old father and his 2 kids take a whimsical journey of fun stories and educating each other about their respective generation. Generation X squares off with Generation Z to try to connect and find an understanding between generations 30 plus years apart. They'll journey through the past and track their journey as they find out who they'll grow up to be. Again, that's Chasing the Whimsy, available today on Spotify, Apple Podcast, YouTube as well, and you can also find the show and learn more about the hosts at chasingthewhimsy.com. Chasing the Whimsy, ChasingTheWhimsy, Chasing the Whimsy, the podcast. Many episodes up for you to listen to already. Go stream, download, and subscribe today.
I do enjoy the animation of this one. Pocket Watch. All right, here's where I'm going to start talking about shit I've been watching all week. Some good, some bad, a couple hidden gems, I think, and then maybe one clip for you guys. So we're gonna see if I can do it. All right, with hopefully not breaking everything. Um, First thing on my list is an upcoming show, uh, The Sticky. Who's that? Margot Martin, something, Margot Martindale. Um, there was 100 years ago. It made the news. It's wildly famous for a heist, but it's Canada and syrup, so I don't even know if it really hit any of our guys' like our radar. But years ago, there was like the great syrup, like maple syrup heist. Um, I've not started it. I love her. Looks like there's some shenanigans, but I think they're going to tell the story of the great maple syrup heist of a couple of years ago. Probably like 10 years ago now, but it looks interesting. Um, it's one of those shows where because she's in it, I'll watch it because I enjoy the stuff that she's in. But I will let you guys know next week if this was like a or you should watch it. Um, Beetlejuice. It hit Max like Wednesday. I think it did well in the box office. People said that they liked it. I absolutely did not like I didn't like any of this thing. Like this movie was awful. I'm gonna go against the popular vote here. Like hot take. This thing was a mess. I don't mean what were they doing? I don't understand what this movie was about. Drop okay, if you guys haven't seen it, sorry, but there's okay. There's a chick associated with Beetlejuice. She's there. Doesn't even need to be there. But because she's in there, you have William Defoe, and he doesn't even have they didn't even need to be there. Like there's the whole um, Ortega fucking storyline that could have carried the whole movie, and then you could have, dude. This whole thing was a mess. I don't know why people enjoyed this thing. It was barely a cohesive like storyline. It ran a buck 44. Beetlejuice is in it for like 4.5 minutes. Nothing happens until 45 minutes. Like they're just dragging out whatever the fucking plot is of this thing. I can't believe it. I would almost watch it again if I thought it would get any better, but everybody's performances were fine. It was good to see Beetlejuice again. Lydia was fine. Um, Schitt's Creek's mom, like everybody was fine. There were some decent moments, but holy crap, I do not know why people wanted this movie and why. Like, I'm glad I didn't pay money for it. That's what I'm going to say. Um, so if you enjoyed the movie, I'm glad that you did. I can't believe you did. Um, like, I'm almost upset that I watched it. I would have been like I was happier with the vision of what I thought it could have been and what I might be missing out on. Now I'm just missing the time that I spent watching it. I mean, that's a little rough, but still. No huge rush to go see this movie, guys. It's on Max. It's free. It's an hour 44. Um, it wasn't even fun. I don't know. Because you get into the next this one here. Okay, last week I told you Nutcracker with Ben Stiller was complete fucking train wreck too. That one was a mess. No, this movie was not good, but this movie is a Christmas movie. It was it was fun. The Jack Black is doing some cool stuff. Is playing Santa. The kid in it is fun. Like this is a good old fucking Christmas movie where you got kid needs to learn the true value of Christmas. Santa, there's a little twist with Santa here, and he needs to learn the true value of Christmas. Like it's not going to win an award, uh, but it might find its place into like it's not going to go elf status, but it might make your rotation of like if it's on, it's on. Like maybe you watch it. It wasn't bad. So far, the best Christmas movie I've seen this year, but I haven't watched any Christmas movies, so um, the exact opposite of the Nutcracker with Ben Stiller. Um, Ironically, Ben Stiller actually shows up in this movie for like 2.5 minutes. But the acting that he did in the 2.5 minutes here is what I was saying. Like he's so much better as a like a background side character and not a lead. I think you guys should watch this movie. It's not going to set the world on fire. It didn't, but it's just cute enough to be enjoyable. A very clear, like the kid, the two kids in it are fantastic. It hits all the beats that you need for a Christmas movie. The pacing is perfect. There's some the jokes are great. This is a good one. Watch this one. Black Doves. Okay, so I forgot to add in Madness. I mentioned I did Cross a couple weeks ago. Cross was really good, right? Madness was on the top charts of Netflix, right? Madness was hard to follow. Black Doves, who's that Karen Knightley? This show was fucking good. 6 episodes, 50 minutes each. Maybe first episode's like maybe ish slow on the first episode, but nothing bad, right? Like you can still follow along. But this thing shines at the start of episode 3. This show, like this turned out to be the best thing that I watched all week. This might make the list on the top 10. Like out of nowhere, it might come in. Um, Spies, all right? So she's a spy. There's a bunch of assassins running around, and then like just hang in there until episode 3 because all your characters get to like all your pieces come together, and it is just weirdly fun. Like not like hijinksy fun, but it's a spy thriller with a bunch of misfits that kind of just like challenge, like they're misfits and they misfit their way through four more episodes to solve like whatever happened in episode one. This thing was so good. I absolutely enjoyed this. Black Dove, 6 episodes, six for like maybe like I think they're just under an hour each. Already got picked up for season two before it even released. So before they were like, boom, it's already got a second season. Like I didn't even care what you guys like. It knew a month ago that it was gonna fucking people were gonna watch it, and they are. And this thing was fucking fantastic. Watch it. Watch it. God, it was so fun. This it was just the combination of all of the misfit characters, good guys and bad guys, and friends and foes, and like, oh man, it was just a good time. Easy to follow along after episode one. Good times. And then Karen Knightley's in there. She's jacking shit up. Like she's going all like Pirates of the Caribbean style on him. She's just like badass in this. Watch this show. Uh, Mom, I know you absolutely hate this show, and I do also Happy's Place. Watch this week's episode. Steve Howie shows up for an episode. The episode wasn't bad. The episode this like the Happy's Place is, is like heartbreakingly annoying for the first 5 episodes. Like it's so annoying. Mom dropped off after episode two, and she fucking loves Reba. I pick it up every once in a while. I need like a palate cleanser from whatever else I'm watching. This episode was fucking good. They brought him back in for an episode. The problem with Happy Place is like they rush a lot of the story, and they doing it maybe a little too much and too. This one, awesome. This one was like a good old like sitcom, like great pacing. Like the story made sense. They didn't rush anything, and it was just one story instead of four different stupid stories. Don't watch the show. Watch this one episode because it was really good. If you liked Reba from back in the day, 20 years ago, he makes a couple of like random jokes. Like this one, it's worth the 22 minutes to watch it. The episode was fine, and you don't need any of the other 4 episodes, 5 episodes to know what the hell's going on. I was surprised that this episode was as good as it was. So much that I put it in. I could have just been like, yeah, it's good. Hey, mom, watch it. It's actually good enough to tell the fucking rest of the fucking 8 of you. Um, it's on Peacock. Just watch this one episode. So I think it's episode 6. Uh, and then what else I found was, uh, was it Friday? They dropped Coldplay. I don't even know if I like Coldplay that much. Um, Coldplay wrote a song for, I guess, Dick Van Dyke. He's turning 99 later this week. And I don't, there's something about this, uh, the, the, it's on YouTube, right? It's 7 minutes long. Uh, but it was fun. I very much enjoyed it for a random 7 minute. The song isn't bad. I just like the idea of seeing Dick Van Dyke fucking just dancing around. You have no idea that the guy's 99 years old. Um, Still coherent, still like dancing, doing his thing. So check out the Coldplay music video. What's it called? All My Love, the official video director's cut, Coldplay. It's on YouTube. Randomly found it, like, which is I don't know how I found it. Like, obviously, it released. It hits my feed early. I like Dick Van Dyke. I've never watched a fucking video on Dick Van Dyke. I don't like Coldplay. Like, I don't think I don't like him, but I don't know if I like him. But yeah, found it and I've watched it a bunch of times. It was interesting. It was fun. I think that's all we got for TV. Watch Black Doves. Like, we got holidays coming up. People are gonna have a little extra time off. It's like 6 hours, like maybe. Like, it, if they're 50-minute episodes, like you're pushing like 510, 520. Like, it's totally worth the watch. Of all the other garbage out there, this is the one I hit that one. I think that's all we got for TV. Do we have one more? All right. So last week I recorded. Okay, so the end of the car saga was that they didn't want to take any accountability of anything. They did. They definitely weren't going to give me back my $1,500. They didn't want to give me anything, so I eventually make the one last offer. Says, "Give me $500 and I'll donate it." So they were like, "Fine." So for the bullshit compensation that I get from Nissan, I put Nissan to bed. Um, I take my $500. Took it to a Title One school last week. I sit down with Anat, which is the director of the Family Assistance Program, and I presented her with a $500 donation to help out um, the Family Assistance Program. The Title One school caters to um, more lower income families. There's about 100. So this Family Assistance Program helps about I'm trying to remember the numbers, 130 different families, or is it 70 families and 130 kids? That one almost seems better. There's a lot of families being helped with this thing. Um, the Family Assistance Program helps with food boxes throughout the year. For the holidays, they reach out to all of the families at the school, the ones that needed some assistance, reply back. Kids submit Christmas lists, and what she does is work with monetary donations, other people who want to like adopt a family, and together they try to fulfill as many of these uh, Christmas lists that they can. So, learning about the car thing for so long, I was just like, I don't want, like, one, I was irritated that they took the fun away from buying a new car. Two, like, the story that I tell about getting a new car was going to be like, they suck and they didn't give me anything. What I was happy I was able to do is I was able to change the story a little bit. That says I bought a car and was able to give $500 to a Title One school. So everything is done with the car. You'll never hear about it again. So, like, and then like the cherry on top, right? Is the car is already paid off. Like, the bank, Nissan, will make $0 on my loan for the car for the remainder of however 6 years that they gave me. So I saved 7 grand on interest. I mean, I got to pay it off somewhere else, but I was able to make arrangements to pay it not through them, um, and then so fuck you guys. Um, okay, maybe not them. Um, the salespeople, AJ, shit, what's his name? Jamie, Tyler, they were good. They helped, right? So my my feelings with regards to Nissan now is um, back to meh, right? They're not as great as they were before I had the car issues, but I'm happy with them. I absolutely hate the fucking finance people, and like that's the one spot that um, I can't forgive. Finance completely jacked the whole thing up, and throughout the whole end of this thing, they refused to call me or take any accountability or even offer anything um, to help out with this, the resolution of this thing. So Nissan and I are fine. We're buddies. I get to still go there for car services. Um, I have no problem with the Nissan other than in finance, and fuck those guys. Um, so I liked that instead of sitting and complaining about poor me, they didn't treat me like they didn't talk to me right, or they bait and switched me, and I feel sad because they took extra money from me. Um, like it's one of those things where I'm like, I sat here for like what 8 weeks, 6 weeks, and just cried about it, and then I'm just like, it gets to a point where I'm like those are some real first world problems, Ben. And we all have them. And like, I'm not saying that we're not all guilty of being like focusing on us or, our first world problems, but um, just like there was a moment, I think it was in one of the episodes where like I had this idea, and what I wanted to do was um, just change the end of the story a little bit, and then just to give back some. So um, we're gonna record with the knot again. I'm gonna do a video again, and then I'm going to do an audio also. So I'm going to bring backups. I'm going to fucking triple record this thing. I'm going to record it. It's going to be um, next week's episode is the 15 or 20-minute interview that I do with her um, on the 16th. So that's going to be uh, next Monday's Chasing the Whimsy episode. There's also going to be a Wednesday episode of Ashley Paul, which is a dance music artist, um, topping charts in the UK. She's going to be on Wednesday. So we're going to look a little bit light maybe on the 16th, but we're going to fill it in a little bit on the 19th. So we're going to get you're going to get all the whimsy for next week. Um, and then, shit, I forgot where I was going. Okay. The video I will play. So the video interview that I do with her, I will play on this spot next Monday. So there's going to be multiple versions of this thing. One, because uh, want people to also start thinking about others that might be like struggling over the holiday season, see what they could do to help give back a little bit, see if I can help inspire somebody else to also donate. So you're gonna have the podcast, you're gonna have it on the live stream, and then it'll have its own little video of just the interview, right? Um, so spread the message of holidays. Fucking help out where you can. I'm not saying give everybody give fucking $500. To be fair, like if I didn't get it, I probably wouldn't have done $500. I would have done something, but it happened to work out that way. So, um, moving forward into 2025, I don't know yet, and I don't want to rush it. Okay, I'm just going to brainstorm for a minute. Right, we're still running good on time. I'm going to brainstorm for a minute. Is this is the first donation that I gave as Chasing the Whimsy. I've donated to a couple places this year, to a couple of schools already this year, um, two teachers. I was able to help out the beginning of the year. So, like, personally, I like to give back where I can. This is the first one that is going to be labeled as a Chasing the Whimsy donation. Now, with that said, um, for like fucking year and a half, it's Chasing the Whimsy is all about community and about family and fucking helping everybody and like building a village to help like it takes a village to fucking help everybody and all that stuff. So like I don't know the specifics yet, but I will commit that next year Whimsy will make another $500 donation. Where that money's coming from, that's the logistics in which I want to iron out a little bit. First thought was, um, okay, here's where, because if I have one good idea, I like to try to push it and see if I can get more out of it. So I think here's what I'm thinking for right now, and again, I'm just talking out loud, is the Patreon. Okay, so the Patreon's not helping me survive like day to day. It helps with some of the cost for some of the different programs I use, but it's mostly right now being used to create different the webcomic, Jay Sarge's music, the videos and stuff. So like I'm trying to use it for like more creative purposes right now. Like right now the Patreon is being used to kind of basically help other artists, right? So um, what I'm thinking is for every paid Patreon person, I take $1 from all of theirs, put it off to the side, and then I would match whatever the Patreon uh, builds up over the year, and I'll match it, and then we take the two halves and give it back to them. So in theory, if I can commit up to 500, if I can get 40 people, 40 50 people, like by February March, like we could easily raise another 500 on top of my 500, and then next year, Jason the Whimsy donates $1,000 to a Title One school, or we can do like two different charities. Like we're way beyond like figuring out where all the money goes. But I would like uh, to continue it moving forward. We're doing fine here at Whimsy. Um, I do everything on a budget, like hardcore on a budget. So um, if over the course of a year, if I have to take two or three, $400 from the Patreon bucket and put it to a better use, then fucking so be it. I would rather do that than you know blow it on something whatever else. Um, you know, so that's part of the idea that I'm thinking. I don't know. I got to bounce that off of a couple of other people to see if one even that makes sense. But then moving forward is the idea to help sell the Patreon is give me your $4 after Patreon takes their money. I'll take $1 right off the top. Boom, that's going to go to Whimsy charities, and then I'll keep the extra like two and a quarter for creative. Um, yeah, probably creative. There's not a lot of it being used right now for administrative because there's not a lot. I'm the only one working. Like, if I can find fucking anybody to fucking help me out with any stupid thing, I've reached out to two people that were interested in helping out with the social media thing. So like, it blows my mind right now. It's like I did a PowerPoint presentation that says here in 5 slides, here's what I need done to make these stupid shorts. it's all fairly free. I'll show you how to do it. I'll fucking train you to do it, and then I'd pay you for it. And I can't I can't find anybody to fucking throw money at to help me on the administrative side of things of like keeping up on the social media stuff. But holy cow, man, like it is blowing my mind. So right now, yeah. Uh, anyway, sorry for the rant. Like I just wanted like I don't mind spending the money as long as it's being used for something good. And right now, since I'm still fucking whimsy of one and my talent two, Liam, right? Like I'm not paying him. Um, I'm not even getting paid, but I'm having a blast, and this is an absolute joy for me to podcast. I like the idea of still doing everything on a budget. Um, talk to Megan about what our panels are going to look like at Fan Fusion and TuesCon, and one of the ideas she was like, "That's actually really good," and it will just demonstrate like live how easy and fast it is to podcast, and then when I can give them the breakdown of how much everything I just used was, and it comes out to like fucking $12. Um, so I podcast on a budget for a reason, so that way I can circumvent the funds to do something better for Whimsy, and now at the end of the year to help out some kids. So um, I don't know. If it's a selling point for the Patreon, great. If not, I'm like they're gonna get the money regardless. They're gonna get some money from me anyway. I just think it'd be nice that if you guys are interested in supporting us, it's not just us. It's going to be the community now. So as we build the community, we just picked up a school. um, I guess right now it's been friends and family, um, and TuesCon is our community right now. Now we just added a school. One, it's nice to uh, like I don't know, maybe the kids pick up on it and be like, you know what, maybe I don't know. I'm already overcomplicating that part, but I do like giving back, so we're going to. That's it. I don't know what and how we're going to do it, but I think the first instinct is pull something out of the Patreon. Um, if I did 12 months of 40 people, it would be just under $500. So, and then we're giving $1,000 away, and I would not mind it because it was just 50 like-minded community, all doing our part to, you know, give back to some kids. Um, as we get closer to like next year, I'm gonna try. Here's what I'm gonna try and do. I'm gonna try to get some other podcasts to like jump in on it and be like, hey man, if I can get X number of Patreons and if I do this much, will you match a percentage of it? Um, and then I don't know. We'll see. We're not even done for fucking Christmas. We're not even done with this year yet. Um, I'm all about the community, and I want to put my foot where my mouth is, put my money where my mouth is. So, I can't ask you guys to help out if I'm not willing to help out somebody else too. So, um, that's what we're looking for. So Wednesday, there should be at least one video. There'll be a podcast episode of it on Monday, and a live, uh, what should we call it, next Monday. So you're gonna see this interview 3 times next week or over the week. Um, and it's just to help build awareness that there are Title One schools out there that can need some help. Email me, reach out. I'll tell you how to get in contact with somebody from the school, or if you want to find another school, I'll figure out how to help out with that way, and let you guys donate wherever you want to. If you want to go this route, we'll get some info in there for you guys. That is everything. But speaking of the Patreon people,
Hey there, Whimsy fans! We wanted to take a moment away from the fun to express how much your support and contributions mean to us. If you're liking what you're hearing from us so far, we'd like to invite you to show us some love on our new Patreon. Starting at just $1 a week, you can help us keep the whimsy coming. That's not just our podcast, but live streams and new projects on the horizon as well. All members get special shout out during our live streams. If you're comfortable giving a little more, please take a look at our gift tier. These gifts are hand-picked by the Whimsy crew to bring more curiosity, fun, and whimsy to you as thanks for your support. Every little bit counts, and whether you support us by listening and subscribing to our podcasts, holding court on our lives, or subscribing to our Patreon, thank you for helping us keep the magic alive and the mics on. You can find our Patreon at patreon.com/chasingthewhimsy or follow the link on our YouTube channel at Chasing the Whimsy. Thank you again for all the support. Whimsy!
Andy, Nikki and your family, Megan, your family, Joyce, Anne, Enderfrog, EC1, Gooster, Nina, Violet, Anna, my dad, and Courtney. Thank you guys for helping out on the Patreon. Everybody was super excited about the gifts that went out this month. Small update. I'm not making my own fucking like coasters. Like there was this half a second where I'm like, I can make my own merch with the resin, the epoxy resin. Holy crap, man, that thing's a mess. There's a reason why Nikki does not want to touch that stuff at all. That thing, I've made the biggest mess. I have ruined, I don't know how many cups because I don't think you could put that shit down the drain, right? So, absolute mess. I am not gonna, I'm not gonna touch any of it. I will touch it. I will have other projects. I'm gonna keep playing with it, but in no way do I think that I can make fucking 100 coasters. They take like 2 days to dry, so I would have to buy like 100 of these like uh, silicone. I don't have room for 100 of these things, and then I got to buy all the epoxy for it, and then I got to try and mix it all, and then pour them all, and like, and then hope like, oh my god, absolutely not. Like I liked the idea that I was gonna get all like crafty. No, Ben, you stick to what you're good at, right? Which is talk and make a fool of yourself. Quit trying to like make shit because I can't. That's why I don't draw because I can't. I don't do. I can't hear music for crap. Do what I do best, which is like hopefully inspire others to do podcasting and hang out and talk to family or do something good for other people. Uh, Entertain you guys on a noon on a Monday. Like I can't believe I was gonna. I almost bought gallons of that shit and I was like, Nikki doesn't know what she's talking about. Oh my god, it would have been the worst thing I've ever done in my life. But the January gifts are going to be really cool. I'm going to email the lady, negotiate the price to like a little bit. But yeah, we're having a good time. We got some cool gifts coming out. But thanks for the support, everybody else. $4 tier, $10 tier. Um, Obviously, hit us after first of the year. Obviously, get the holidays. Worst case scenario, hit this free. There's a free tab on there. Hit it. Look at what we're doing because I've been posting some stuff on there. Um, and then first of the year, if you want to convert and change it over, great, you can. Um, I think that's pretty much all we got for right now, guys. Um, it's right at 1 o'clock. It's perfect. I got one more interview coming up, and then one more after that. You'll hear all those episodes in the next week or so. But um, I enjoy doing this. I'm having fun. I can't ask for anything else. So, thanks for everybody for hanging out and supporting. Like, uh, like all the other things you guys could be watching on the internet for like the hour. I appreciate you guys like hanging out with me. So, that's all we got for you guys. See you guys on Saturday. I have to work Saturday, so there should still be a Mind Pockets on Saturday. Um, we're gonna try and hopefully the recorder works still. But you guys have a good night and whimsy.